Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a little bit of a interesting look back at League of Legends, and this was Faker's first game in Korea here, and we're going to just kind of commentate it and look at it and kind of just enjoy how far the game has come.
Syndra ban as well. They're obviously concerned about that pick from Faker. He is a renowned Syndra player like EasyHoon. Twisted Fate for Ambition. When Ambition gets Twisted Fate, bad things happen to you. Really bad things.
And your turrets.
And your turrets, yeah.
Sona ban against Lustboy, not a big shock there. I mean, he has definitely some of the best Sona play in the world. And the Kayle ban against Ambition.
So and that Rumble gets through.
Ooh, wow, we're in sync today, aren't we?
We are. We're just all over it. And Rumble is really one of the highest priority picks in Korea right now, by a long shot. So that makes... It's really not a surprise. Now, the Jace pick, a little bit interesting. We'll have to see whether Faker gets it or Impact's going to take it top lane.
Ooh, Kha'Zix immediately locked in. Probably going to be a mid lane Kha'Zix.
Goodness me, Ignite
There's the Lulu pick for Lustboy.
and Flash and Exhaust, they look so weird. It's
He
hilarious.
draws Lulu bans.
Yeah.
Smite.
Well, I mean, Lustboy
Oh, man.
Lulu is just one of my favorite things. In
Very
all of
interesting.
League of Legends, so
Oh,
I'm
God.
already happy.
I hope it's
No
actually
way.
a fiddlestick.
No way.
And back in the day, no one realized, huh? No one realized this would be the Demon King.
Oh God, no.
SKT T1 Impact. Bengi, Faker, Piglet, and Pumandu. What the actual hell? And it is actually a fiddlestick pick here. Very interesting. I like it. Together with Jarvan. And now you might already be like, wait, hold on, what exactly is going on here? But I believe this is actually going to be a fiddlestick support, right? And this is then going to be the... How are they? They're actually showing the skins? I never realized that's what they used to do. That's so funny. And then the Nidalee pick. Now, you might be like, wait, this is 3 junglers in the same team. Yeah, hold on. So, it's going to be... Yeah, it's going to be the mid lane Nidalee facing off against a mid lane Kha'Zix. What the hell? And then it's a Nasus in the jungle with a Rumble in the top lane, which is normal, right? So I love how they're like, oh, the top game is CJ Blaze versus SKT Impact. Crazy. All right. Oh no, they're actually not. They're actually going through every single match there. Yeah, okay, they're adding some time. So this is Faker versus Ambition, and this is the Nidalee game. Very interesting. The Nidalee mid lane, something that you in this today you would never play this. Now AD carry is still exactly the same, by the way. But nowadays you would never freaking play this. By the way, would never play a mid lane Nidalee versus mid lane Kha'Zix. It sounds absolutely crazy, but obviously with the emergence of champions like Azir, you really don't get to breathe as anyone else. But something like the Victor, you know, as a Nidalee, or imagine playing a Kha'Zix into Azir. Ugh, rough. Very, very unfortunate situation. But yeah, it's actually crazy to see these junglers in the mid lane, right? So this is the spring split of Korea champions. 2030. Oh my god, you can still see the mouse in the observer, which is great. This is absolutely like my made in at home cast, huh? Oh my god, I love it. And you see the replay bar down there as well. It's great. A 10 out of 10, dude. I also love how little the replay tool has come. Oh goodness me. If you compare this to what it looks like now, it's actually not changed a whole lot, which is questionable. They've added some good features though, so that's fine. It's going to be fine. It's totally fine. All right. So I don't know I don't know what exactly is going on here. Visibility on the map is horrible, by the way. I can't see anything. I have no clue who is where, what is going on. So this is going to be very, very interesting to see. The player icons are a little bit smaller, so this is actually quite good because the icons don't overlay with each other as much. But yeah, it's interesting. So wait, hold on. Remind me. Jarvan is the jungler, right? Yeah, so it's Jarvan versus Nasus in the jungle. Okay, we're starting at the Krugs, Golems, and Wolves. And Faker is actually helping Jarvan. Oh my god, Nidalee is actually helping. And then there's also can we please jump to mid lane? Hello? It's Faker, please. It's important. No, but goodness me, I hate this 3D effect. It's okay, thank you. Yeah, that's better. Goodness me, dude. I mean, production value, it looks very different nowadays, huh? It looks very, very different. All right, so a lot of help to the junglers. That is for sure. Nasus is actually dropping super low in the jungle. That's very interesting. Obviously, we also still have potions. Nidalee is starting with a cloth armor and a potion versus Kha'Zix. Where Kha'Zix is starting with what? The precursor of a refillable potion? Or is it like a... Yeah, I guess so, right? So, going to be very interesting. We're looking for a for a gank here in the top lane. Nasus, kind of ready. He isn't really trying to stack his camps at the moment. So that's interesting. And obviously, the map still looks very questionable. No alcoves available as well. No scuttle crabs either. So that's going to be interesting. I think the dragon is already spawned, right? If I understand this correctly. Alright, so I'm not 100% sure why Nasus isn't farming. Oh my god, dude. Alright, that is... Oh, yeah, that's a kill. Let's go, dude. SKT takes out a kill. Where CG manages to push out Impact out of the top lane turret. We're looking at for even more here, but this is oh my god. Oh, it's an absolute fiasco, dude. Alright, can we get this? Nah, I don't think we can. As we are going to go back again. And maybe try to dive again? No dives again. As Nidalee is messing a little bit with the Kha'Zix here in the mid lane. Alright, pretty solid damage by Flame here. Yeah, Impact not really doing a whole lot. Just kind of walking away and suffering. He has a mana regeneration, by the way, Fairy Charm in his inventory. And then now we see actually beautiful animations down there with the big like jump ups. So tier 4 Jace, obviously green wards. Everyone gets green wards. Unless Faker, who's still busy playing mid lane. Alright, not really. Such a weird matchup, dude. Dude, I love this so much. I don't know. I find this so entertaining. It's great. It's 10 out of 10. Alright, we'll see what exactly ends up happening. Obviously, all eyes are on Faker here, right? But obviously, he is a part of the greater team, so we're definitely going to be interested in how exactly SKT is doing. So far, Fiddlesticks has picked up a kill for himself. I'm not going to tell you what items they have, because I actually have no clue what items those are. So yeah, we're just going to ignore that. You see how it feels like a lot of champions are dealing much less damage. Like, for example, Jace there on the Hammer Slam. He's doing very little damage. I mean, to be fair, he's also just running a tier, right? And the Seeker's Arm Guard for Rumble coming out. Actually pretty huge item disadvantage.
Captain Jack and Lustboy, I mean, you don't often
For Impact, yeah.
pushed around, but
No plates available and...
really cool thing to see is that
Alright, we see a ward coming out.
CS just barely
What, minus 50 gold or something?
so good that he can keep up.
Oh my god, I can't. I just can't, dude.
I was curious to see
Alright, so Faker kind of doing the bully long range game. It's very interesting how long...
Whoa, Ambition! What? Faker just executes Ambition in that mid lane.
What is Ambition doing?
I
What the fuck did I just witness? What?
no pause. So you would have to assume that it's not a technical issue. He just didn't react for whatever reason. I mean, I know there could be situations sometimes where you hit recall and you just stop paying attention. But look at this.
The hell did he do? I love how the casters are like, yeah, I know there's some situations where you don't react. Yeah, as a pro game. Yeah. Right. Okay, so double kill for Faker, right? Now he has a lot of money, so now it all doesn't matter anymore. So I want to see what he goes back to. Oh, actually, it's going to be a lot, huh? Oh, absolutely great. Faker. Yeah. Goodness me, Faker has so much money, dude.
7.5 minutes is
This looks like fucking fonts. This is crazy, dude. Oh my god, it's so good to see how far we've come, though. You know how the game is evolving, and this is also a little bit of something that you can kind of, you know, if you feel like you've been stuck in gold, right, or you feel like you've been stuck in silver. The game is constantly evolving, and silver now is not silver back in the day, right? So you are still getting better. It's just you're getting better at the rate that most other people are getting better at. And so you're moving up with everyone. The rising tide or something. So we'll see. So there's a needlessly large rod, and there is obviously a tier available here. The jungle looks absolutely horrifying, by the way. Is the buff going to be given over to Faker? It is. Yeah, it is actually going over. Okay, let's see what Faker does here. Faker is going to stay in the mid lane. So that's interesting. It seems like the bot lane is very much the focus here. Obviously, Fiddlesticks absolutely annoying with that stupid ass bird that will silence you as well and jump from one target to another. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, that's an ultimate. Okay, Crowstorm coming out. Yeah, that's just a solo kill onto CJ Captain Jack, right? Yep, there he goes. Very good job by Piglet and by Mumandu, whoever the hell that is. I've never heard that name. Oh, goodness me. Alright, well, Faker, the name we have heard. Berserker Greaves, back at it again. As Kha'Zix is going to pick up the blue buff for himself. And Faker actually gets a wave in here. Faker is behind in farm by quite a bit. How did that happen? I actually would love to know also how ugly are the projectiles here. Nidalee Spear hasn't changed a bit. So CJ still focusing on the top lane. They really want to kill Impact. Actually, beautiful flash by Impact, trying to kill Flame, but he will not be able to do that. And it's kind of questionable how much the focus on top lane of CJ has been working out. Not a whole lot, I would say, as the Cataclysm will come out. Faker missing the W, not able to jump in, but his spear lands, and so he gets an assist. After all, as the Jarvan will give over the kill to, I think it was Caitlyn over there. Yeah, it was Caitlyn. Impact a little bit pummeled and in a little bit of an uncomfortable situation here, as the Liandry's Torment, the icon actually looks like Torment, will be bought by the Rumble. What do we have? Is that a Vamp Scepter for Varus? So pickaxe, I can recognize that one. I can recognize the cloth armor, obviously. All right, Faker looking. Ah, okay. All right. The flash of ambition, the flash and the invisibility coming out, and he will stay alive. And this is a very pokey comp, right? They drafted together a very good team comp here with pretty much just poke, and then you have the go buttons of Jarvan and Fiddlesticks to punish. Where the enemy team kind of... I don't understand what exactly that is. Like, I don't know what purpose Nasus serves. I guess he needs to farm... I don't know. Yeah, I guess he becomes a raid boss later on and gets Lulu'd and Rumble ult, and yeah, I mean, you know, it definitely doesn't seem so on theme as the other comp. Or maybe that's also because I don't know what the strengths of the team comps are, right? So they are on a ward here, and they do not know it. We'll see what exactly ends up happening. I actually have no idea what the dragons are like. What do they do? Are these the dragons that gave gold? Are these the dragons that gave just some damage? Amazing spear by Faker. 10 out of 10. I mean, it is really good poke though that SKT have, yeah. You can see. Goodness me, look at Faker, dude. Brrr, he's so rich. He is so freaking rich. Still can't build an item, apparently. But he does get the Sorcerer boots as well. Tyr is stacking. Tyr is not telling us what stacks he is on. So that's great, but it is going to be fine. He's going to be moving into the mid lane again. Very interesting. We don't have any rotation, so the bot lane stays in the bot lane here, which is something that is uncommon. Actually, yeah, Kha'Zix is though. So interestingly enough, Kha'Zix is actually in the top lane. And yeah, it seems like Varus... No, Varus is going to the bot lane. So Lulu just stayed here. I don't understand what exactly is going on here. Yeah, okay, so are we looking at Ambition here? We are. Are we going to be able to kill him? Yeah, sure. They would be able to. But it seems like they're not, yeah. They're not going to int for that.
Nice presence of mind not to just dive that, not to get too aggressive. I mean, that's the thing you might need to worry about a little bit with a less experienced team like T2 Judgment Day, is that they've got this lead and they might get a little bit over-eager. There's the equalizer coming down on Mandu. Can they get the kill? He's going to flash away.
Ooh, that's not good. Bengi is going down.
So not the best engagement there for Judgment Day, and you just can't do that against
what? Judgment Day?
The rest of CJ Blaze are going to take advantage of those situations.
Wait, so T1? Oh yeah, it's T1 2, right? So they're actually like the rookie team, I guess. That's so funny. Yeah. Oh, Faker. So actually he's getting out farmed pretty heavily on by Ambition though. So we can't really tell what... Well, maybe we can actually.
I mean, this is kind of common for, you know, newer teams at this level. It's that they've got a lot of individual
Let's see.
skill, but then
I think he has a Q evolve, right? He doesn't have the wings.
teams that can do that, you know,
Yeah, he doesn't have the wings, so I think that's a Q evolve.
produce CJ Blazes, but you know,
Or maybe it's the spike, so it's a W evolve.
Well, we're about to find out. Now they have the blue buff, though, so they need to take advantage of this opportunity and just continue to push. And
I was actually really free a spear.
They didn't control the blue buff of SK Telecom.
Oh, look, the little effects on the turret that has been broken down. That's so cute. It's actually W evolve. Alright, so Faker is going to be fishing for spears, and then apparently something hit. And then, you know, at a certain point, you'll just be able to kind of win the game off of that, right? I would assume that's the plan. Looks funny, looks interesting. They do have the kind of protection of Fiddlesticks ult, right? So if the enemy team engages on them, they just Fiddlesticks ult away. Actually, okay, very good pull off. Blue team is setting up a little bit of a surround with the Nasus in the backline here.
We didn't even really catch that, but I would imagine.
Ooh, good spear. Good poke. Caitlyn and Ambition. Oh, this is actually huge. Yeah, this is the turret going down, huh? Absolutely great job. Maybe the Rumble ult will come through. Actually, no Rumble ult. The flash is going to be going out, and that is a kill onto the Nasus. Acquired Rumble ult still does come through. Impact very low on HP. but he will be able to get out after the Nidalee heal. He's a little bit healthier anyway. And SKT did just take down the turret. Very solid job, actually. Just like a very, very controlled NA-RAM types play, right? You're just kind of being careful and trying to poke people out. Oh, Ambition. This is not looking good. As what are we doing? As Faker will find the spear, and that is just what the hell was Ambition? What was going on there? Last Boy as well, hitting the Lulu ultimate as well. And I kind of feel like SKT is doing something very, very good here already. This is a very, very 2020 play, I would personally say, actually, that they're doing. When, you know, when walking down the mid lane, they're not taking the inhib, they're just taking the tower. And they're just kind of trying to pressure things, right? Obviously, the map is not being played on the complex level. But they're already doing a very, very solid job when you look at the thinking, right? The idea of, okay, we're running this poke comp. We're just gonna run this poke comp. Rabadon's first, by the way. Okay. We're gonna run this poke comp and we're just going to take down the objectives. One by one, chunk away at the enemy, not misuse our comp. So yeah, generally not too bad, right? And it feels like CJ, Blaze, they don't really have a lot of, I don't know, they don't have a lot going on for them. Like, obviously the Varus ultimate could create a little bit of a pick, but at this point, they just seem to be like running away on the back foot, kind of hovering around and waiting to be poked down, not really taking any fights, which is obviously going to be hard as well, as SKT seems to be grouped up as 5 constantly, and they just seem to be unbeatable as 5, and so you don't really have a lot of options here as CG. You don't really have any openings, right? You can't really do much except just try to survive, I guess, and dodge spears for a while. Oh, absolutely huge poke by Faker though, and obviously the Jace as well, right? Impact doing a super solid job as well. I love how everyone's just, it's just a shooting gallery. They're just set up there, right? It's kind of pressuring them away from the turret, yeah. And now SKT moves in, will take the turret. Oh, yeah, absolutely solid combination here with the Jarvan and the Fiddlesticks. You saw the poke boys, right? The poke part of the team comp working together, and now you saw how effective the Jarvan and the Fiddlesticks can be together as well, with the silence and the fear, and then the Jarvan ultimate locking down 2 targets at once. And that is just 2 turrets taken down, 2 inhibitor turrets taken down. They're kind of starting to chunk away at the inhibitor, yeah, and they're actually feeling it. So the inhibitor is going to be going down, but yeah, look how much they're respecting even Ambition, who isn't really that strong. 2 flashes after him. The AD carry and the top laner, not the best situation, but it is going to be fine as, yeah, the Rumble ult, oh, barely doesn't do enough damage. And the Lulu, oh my god, Lulu was set on the Jarvan, and Jarvan actually killed the Jace by being in close proximity. That's crazy. Snasus is glowy.
Even if they were to, you know, supposedly ace SKT right now, they'd be back up so fast because it's still so early in the game.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely not a whole lot they can do.
I don't know what to say about this. CJ Blaze just won the IAM World Championship, and here we are.
That's crazy.
First game in Champion Spring, and they are getting just mauled by SK Telecom T2 Judgment Day. And how can a team that just came into Champions do this to one of the most established, most successful teams in the world?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think it just shows what a huge amount of talent there is here.
Yeah, they're showing right now that 20.
Oh yeah, that is absolutely true. I mean, Impact still absolutely staple. Bengi and Piglet definitely huge names for the time being. Pumandu also doing a pretty solid job here, right? But never heard of that guy. Who the fuck is that guy?
like deli pickles are called.
Hier vorhin.
Absolutely, man. Back me up,
Wow.
Twitter.
That doesn't make any sense.
Tell GG
Another.
Something
Oh
wrong
my
with the race.
god,
That
the
makes
poke
sense.
is so disgusting.
Resembles Spear.
Yeah, the team comp. So I think that CJ, they just had to get ahead early. They just had to acquire some kills on Nidalee. Had to kind of get the Kazakhs going.
Murdered by them. There goes another one.
Because right now, oh my god, the spears are actually amazing though.
Just loving it. They are indeed.
Goodness me, Faker.
Whoa, that was close.
Oh, and now it's just the lockdown. Yeah, everything's put on COVID. And yeah, well, not the best Fiddlesticks ult out there. As Rumble finds a little bit of a re-engage angle. Yeah, this is CJ coming to life for a second, but it is quickly shut down as Caitlyn will be going down. 4 kills now finally for CJ. For CJ Blaze.
this composition with acceleration gate and all of the poke coming out of it. And so
Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't stay around too long or Faker will find another angle. Everyone is super low, so everyone could die to a Faker spear here. As the minions are also taking down the turret. And so SKT, although they lost a person, they're actually juggling CJ Blaze really well. And they make the decision to take the turret and leave. This is such a high level decision making. This is like they're from the future and they're like, yep, this is how we're doing it. It's actually so well done and so well controlled.
That's the most surprising thing, I think, is that they're not getting overly aggressive. You know, they're not messing up. Like
Yeah, they are not messing up. They're not getting over aggressive. It's actually beautiful. I mean, CJ Blaze also not really able to punish a lot. So they're kind of just sitting there and not really doing a lot. But they did start to come alive a little bit in the last fight. Definitely we're looking for an angle there.
One little mistake that really didn't cost them very much. They have looked so
Faker
sharp.
5-0-6.
Faker right now, he's
Has a
5-0-6.
Void Staff.
Pretty good score if you're going up against Ambition. It's pretty amazing, actually. I mean, everyone says, oh yeah, they're going to be a big threat and all that, but I didn't really believe it per se. I'm like, well, it might be close, but I think Blaze is going to take this. But after this game, who knows, man? I mean,
That's the thing.
any given Saturday, I guess, right?
That's right. I mean, that's the thing about champions is there's always
absolutely
so
crazy.
many surprises in winter. I mean, who would have thought that KT Rolster V in winter would come into the tournament and leave the group stage with by far the best record?
Yeah, they just came out of
KT
nowhere.
Roadster
I
low.
think they lost what, like 2 games? The entire
One
group
game.
stage?
KT
They
who?
lost 1 game to Frost.
Yeah.
Ooh, Varus. Yeah, CJ actually coming alive. This is impact pressure and he will go down. Yeah, and this is where we will find out how SKT can deal with this. Yeah, beautiful pickup here by CJ Blaze. They are finding the angles now, and yeah, T1 is starting to fall apart a little bit. That engage by the... I mean, who actually did the engage? I mean, I guess it was the Rumble ult, right? Yeah, it was the Rumble ult, and then just the Nasus damage. Obviously, Nasus is going to be scaling quite a bit and will be trying to become stronger. What is Faker doing right now?
And if there's any team that is capable of turtling forever, in Korea, that is, of course, EG can do it, but turtling forever and winning wild games. I mean, CJ Blaze won a game last season against Frost with 3 inhibitors down, and Captain Jack just played amazingly and managed to pretty much solo win the game.
Became like Super Jack or something.
Interesting.
But I mean,
Bloodthirster, Infinity Edge first.
Judgment Day to lose this game. I mean, after how they played in the early game.
God, I'm
they
so
just need to
confused by
close it
these
out. But I mean,
items.
realistically, this is another issue that a lot of new teams have. You know, I mean, there's
Yeah, the thing is now they need to find themselves. Like SKT needs to find themselves a really good opportunity. And what worked before now doesn't really work anymore, as they can't just like threaten down CJ, because it's now there's always the chance of Rumble engaging and all that damage being dealt. So we kind of want to see what exactly will happen here. I think it's very important that Faker does hit all of those spears, right? And Jarvan, aka Impact, as well. So yeah, you can see Faker is definitely looking to hit those super important spears, right?
Also, Captain Jack has that QSS now. is because he's trying
Looking to
conceal
use
the
those
middle
traps
side
to
of the
see, to set up
middle side. It's
vision.
a massive problem as a support or as any champ.
Yeah, we've entered a little bit of a low state. Everyone's kind of scared here.
Crow Storms have not exactly been stellar this game.
Oh, he's had a couple of good ones.
They've been better than the last time we saw this, certainly. But
Well,
there's been a couple sparsely populated parties.
that's true. There have been, but fortunately, they're not relying on him to do damage. So there is a saving grace there.
That is true.
They can do Baron really fast with Drain too.
That's what I was wondering, if they're just going to go ahead and go for it. But it doesn't look like they will just yet. They want to be careful. And I mean, we can
It's
see
very
some
disciplined.
hesitancy
You
to
can't take
the way
Baron
to
versus a
fight CJ
Rumble
Blaze, and you really can't
versus
blame
this
them.
Rumble team comp.
Both the CJ teams
Because
are
they just
really good
rumble
teams
ult you and
fighting.
run you down.
And you really need to make sure that your engagements are just perfect when you're going up against this type of team.
Yeah, and also, Judgment Day is effectively a poke composition, and if they catch you during Baron and they can get into your soft poke underbelly,
That's right.
that's what they're trying to do right now, by the way. You can see that's why Ambition's up there, is because he knows if he can get into the poke line, they can win a fight, even when they're 5,000 gold down, and they're closing that gap. I mean, you got to hand it to Blaze right now. They're on the ropes, but their inhibitors back up, and they're closing the
Yeah, I mean,
gold
Blaze
gap.
is definitely
They might
holding
still
on
be able
here.
to-
Yeah, this is not too bad. Like, they're doing a solid job.
SK Telecom T1
I'm holding on.
T2 Judgment Day.
For sure.
Maybe we need a shorter name than Judgment Day. I like Judgment Day.
No, Judgment Day is
Actually, not a lot of damage by impact.
Right. Judgment Day. It's getting
The damage,
closer to trying to
the
push
CS
down another
difference is actually huge
inhibitor.
though.
Try to get that
If you look at Rumble's
advantage
farm,
yet again.
and then you look at how little damage impact does because he just didn't farm.
CJ's doing a great job of wave clearing it. You know, they do
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of weird because like
and kill arrows there as well.
the longer SKT do this, the more they fall asleep. Actually, good Cataclysm. The Varus ultimate comes through though.
They're gonna chase him away here.
And that is
A lot of
interestingly
members of
enough,
SKT
it's
very
kind of
low
everyone throwing
very
resources
quickly
at each
against
other,
this
but not really a
CJ
lot going
Blaze.
on. And yeah, SKT is just not doing a very solid job on the side lanes at all, right?
In both
Yeah,
top and
wow.
bottom, so
Yeah.
they're actually going to have to disperse and go back and farm this out. So huge props to Blaze for
Like look at Flame and Ambition's farm, and then look at all of SKT's farm. Right? They are just kind of running down and trying to acquire a lead early on.
They might
And it did work out in the beginning, but
decided to
it kind of
that might not have been a
stopped working out, and then they just kept doing it instead of trying to pivot into a
I guess though after
maybe a
I've been
1-3-1.
having little skirmishes where they've been able to push back.
Yeah, I mean, they
very
should be
quickly.
able to win a
They can
1-3-1,
beat
right?
them.
Rumble,
We
I
don't
don't
think
think
that-
Rumble kills
we know that
Nidalee.
As long as we keep track of it, we can win a fight there if they're doing it, and we can win fights
Maybe.
without it too. So better to leave Baron alone right now. I think that's a smart move.
Yeah, you can also see that
QSS coming out for the Varus. That's kind of interesting. QSS versus what? Just versus the fear of Fiddlesticks. Sounds kind of weird. It's a lot of money for just that. Not sure. I think armor penetration would be more valuable here, or
Probably
even
what was going to be one of the
even
shortest
an
games
Infinity
season
Edge.
far to what could be much longer.
I mean, okay, Infinity Edge on Varus. Maybe not.
It all really comes down to the poke. I mean, if they can catch a couple people like they were before, they could still,
Yeah, well, their poke doesn't do as nearly as much damage though anymore.
Because
they fell behind the curve gold-wise. I mean, they're still ahead, but if you look at the CS numbers, it's very even in comparison.
The
gold.
and acceleration gate as well. That's 3 tools to move very
And the thing is,
That's
right,
get
all of the
away.
gold that they have right now, if CJ win a team
Blaze can
fight
engage them,
and take
They will
down
probably
2-3
all die.
turrets,
even
then the gold is swung
but
back,
it's going to
right?
be really hard
So,
to actually catch them.
Yeah. And looks like everybody's going to the bottom lane now. T2 Judgment Day, they want to take out that inhibitor if they can.
You'll also notice that
this
Lost
inhibitor
Boys
is the
thing
most
really
valuable
interesting.
inhibitor as it is
Like,
the furthest away from Baron, so it
Belly is
exerts the most
because
pressure on
they
the
actually
team.
do need that in order to catch Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Something
There's
kind
a
of,
lot going on
you know,
here.
keep in mind.
And when we do see these extended poke games, That's how they often end up, is with massive Shroud.
Another
Rumble
pretty good
ultimate.
equalizer. It's not as
Okay,
good
so
as
if
the
we're
other
able
ones,
to, yeah, I
and
think this is
SKT
actually
was able to
fine.
back
If
off of
we're,
that
yeah,
pretty
this is
quickly,
actually really good.
I mean, even with
They did
the Rylai's
manage to survive the equalizer, so now Varus ultimate is the only thing that is
so
actually
easy to
scary.
with that ability, but they do have the Kha'Zix with the Void Spikes too.
Gotta be very careful. Yeah, the OK QSS will come out. Flash coming out as well. Ghost has been popped by the Nasus. Everyone is careful, but the way this works, it slowly will go in favor of SKT.
One of these teams.
And you can see that
Sorry, of T2 Judgment Day?
there's hail of arrows.
T1-2 Judgment Day? SK Telecom T1-2 Judgment
Very
Day.
low right now, but it looks like SKT
That's a good name.
is going to back off.
That's a great.
Just kind of control the jungle a little bit
That's
more.
the fucking marketing right there,
Slowly
dude.
can try to sort of constrict their opponent's
Spell that out for me.
But you know, like you mentioned,
Oh
I mean,
my
as time
God.
goes on, CJ's
It's
only
great.
gonna get
Also,
stronger.
30 minutes
And we're
already.
at a point
Not
where
really,
SK Telecom T2 Judgment Day
not really much going on.
kind of start to plateau
To be
off.
honest, I don't know what the game, what the death timers are right now, but this is actually very interesting.
Yeah.
Impact actually solid chase mechanics, but I mean,
And Blaze wants to fight.
yeah,
I wouldn't be
not
surprised
a
if
whole
Blaze
lot of farm.
find a good engagement.
SKT is catching up in farm a little bit more, right? They're starting to kind of reprioritize this. But down in the bottom lane, I don't know what exactly is going on there, but it looks like a freeze for the blue team, which is an unfortunate situation.
Yep. Very true. And they've done a better job at dodging those spears too now. Not getting hit by quite as many at this point. And I mean, SKT, they're forced to just kind of play passive again.
Yeah, there's not a lot they can
This
do
is
right
very
now. Void Staff
interesting.
complete as well as Steros and Grace,
So,
on Faker. He's had
yeah.
the Void Staff for a while. He has picked up the Seraph's Embrace.
this is going to be a Zhonya next, I would assume, right? With the cloth armor, that would make a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense on Nidalee in general.
Oh, they caught Lost Boy, Lost Boy Flash
Okay,
down, Ace
Lulu
Ultimate,
Flash,
easy
the
damage.
Caitlyn ultimate coming
They'll
out
get
as
away.
well.
The Flash is down now though, but they did manage to pull out a Cataclysm too. So, well, Captain Jack takes some damage. And I mean, this is a situation, yeah, where they may want to just decide to try a Baron.
I don't know if this is the Baron. With Kha'Zix and Rumble being
If
alive.
they could reduce the health of enough of the members of CJ, they could feel confident about forcing a fight there possibly, but
Yeah, that's definitely what they're
We'll
trying
see.
to do now. is just
Dude,
try and get
Elder Dragon helps so much with this.
you know, a lot of
Goodness me,
members
dude.
do
What
also
a...
by Homeguard bids at that point.
that spear, man.
So
Oh my god, what a fiasco, dude.
In bug and a
It's
buckle.
just, we're kind of just sitting there. Watching them.
They're gonna try to just
Okay,
force CJ
let's
out of the
see.
lane, it looks like.
So
But
far
they
the
just
spear's
can't
not
fight. CJ
really
has
hitting
to
that
figure out how
well.
to poke themselves.
Faker also careful enough to sit with his team though.
Gonna be
Okay,
able to
that's a
get
good
that
spear.
equalizer.
Faker though also careful enough to sit with his team. Okay, we're starting the Baron actually, just a little bit starting it. As Faker will be guarding.
But they've gotta
Not the
notice
best
that some of the members
Jace
of
Q, but yeah, this
SKT
is
aren't
Baron
there.
on 50% HP and
by Judgment Day, but
CJ are smelling it. That's the ooh, huge pull coming out, and that is a very low HP jungler. Now, can you even contest this Baron anymore? Well, Rumble just ults onto the Baron actually, and yeah, SKT is just giving them the space. Captain Jack barely gets out as the flash, but SKT Impact will find him, and like the dominoes, they will fall one by one.
It's a double kill.
Not all going down yet, but that is definitely going to be enough to pick up 1 or 2 inhibitors minimum here. Absolutely great job by SKT as the classic Baron bait
right there.
got him. Beautifully done. Yeah, we're going to get more, but now Rumble is here. Rumble stronger than just his ultimate, obviously. As Helios doing a good amount of damage to Bang, but yeah, it's just the damage difference here by Faker. As it turned a little bit Korean with my pronunciation there, a little bit questionable what exactly I was doing, but absolutely amazing. I think this is it. Yeah, SKT, one Faker wins his world first game. in the pro scene. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this shall not be the last one. What did you think? Oh my god, he's so cute. So what did you guys think about this game? Leave your opinions in the comments and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay awesome.